What's going on, fam? I want to talk about YesJulz. You know, she is the hip hop culture pinata. She constantly puts herself in situations where people roast her, run her off platforms like they did on Twitter. Now, what you're going to see in the video, you're going to see screenshots of a tweet that she made and the interaction she had with a certain tweeter that made her leave Twitter altogether. All right. Now, apparently, according to this tweet, she says, "I'm at dinner with a group of wealthy friends from a handful of different countries, and I am shocked to hear they don't like Trump but actually agree with his policies. I'm making arguments and they are straight up shutting me up with every point I make. I feel so uneducated." And you know, YesJulz is like most typical women, you know, especially millennial women, especially these millennial Caucasian women who want to be a part of black, you know, whatever, as far as having, you know, black friends or, you know, part of hip hop culture, because that's what people know her from. They know her from, I believe, hosting parties. She's also become a manager. And a lot of people don't like her because she says a lot of ignorant things. And now for her to admit that she's uneducated, it's pretty much, we already knew that by the stuff that she says, the situation she puts herself in. And I feel like she's like a lot of these people on Twitter who are constantly talking about politics and what they don't do or don't like, but they're not actually out here doing much of anything. Now, there was a guy, his name is Thizzot. He responded to her by saying, "Maybe you're just not that smart, huh?" And by the way, anybody can get a blue check mark, huh? Anyway, she says, "Maybe I, like a majority of the people, have misconceptions about our current political policies, who put them in place, and so forth. As I mentioned in the tweet, I admitted to feeling uneducated on the topic. Or did you miss that part? Maybe you aren't so smart." And he says, "I think you're misunderstanding. I'm saying you might not be smart if you can't argue against obviously harmful and racist policies." Well, first off, don't see any race. I don't see any policies that are detrimental to minorities. I see policies that are about keeping people who are coming here illegally out of here. That's pretty much the only thing I see that would be considered that. But you'd have to be ignorant, Zito, to think that that has anything to do with race. Okay, because those people from south of the border, they look like YesJulz. They don't look like me or you, bro. And that's the thing. And after this exchange, you know, she deactivated her Twitter page. She's still on Instagram, by the way. She posted some new pictures. Basically, she know that once she posts some pictures with half of nothing on, she knows a lot of you dudes are going to go back to, you know, drooling all over her in her comment section. She knows this. I see various females do this. They'll say something controversial, and then they'll post a bunch of, you know, half nothing pictures up. So that's what goes on, you know, as far as that is concerned. But back to YesJulz. You know, YesJulz is somebody who is not very smart. She is somebody who puts herself in situations to get roasted and to be made a fool out of because she's not very smart. Now, she may think she's smarter than, you know, melanated people because she's been able to come into the groupings and, you know, carve out a certain area for herself. Only because of the size of her assets. If her assets wasn't the size that they were, people wouldn't be paying her no attention. I truly believe that, you know. She, you know, and I think that we got to stop allowing this. There are a lot of you brothers in the industry who are allowing her in the door because you're thirsty. Look at LeBron James, Joe Budden at one point. I've seen her interview with Lil Yachty and some other people, Daniel Caesar, you know, and I'm going to make a video about him. I'm definitely going to address Daniel Caesar. But you got these guys who have helped her get her way in the door because they want to sleep with her. Maybe they have slept with her, you know. But I just think that, you know, when it comes to politics, if you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk about it. You see, I don't make political videos, one, because I really don't care to have to debate back and forth with people who are not intelligent. and don't know what they're talking about. And two, it's just not something I really care about right now. I care more about my local politics. I'm not gonna get on Twitter and debate my ideology. And I think that tweet that she put up about how foreigners, wealthy foreigners, don't like Trump, but they agree with his policies. Trump is a Democrat. Why wouldn't they? He's a business Democrat, you know. And I think that what happened is she was probably debating, you know, points that she saw on Twitter, and they were giving her facts and how, you know, the policies have helped them factually. And she had no rebuttal for it because it was just her against them. And they know that she's not intelligent. And again, she's only around because of the size of her assets. So